Hi, I'm Christy Semsen, and I wanted to take a minute to talk about my latest non-seasonal musical, Danny and the Shacks. As some of you know, I'm so excited about this musical. I think it might be my favorite child so far. While a lot of you may be still finishing up your Christmas stuff or knee-deep in it, I kind of wanted to talk about it and give you a little insight into the musical before you start choosing your spring musical. So the first thing I wanted to point out is that you can make this musical as big or as little as you want to. Of course, I always try to make it so you can make it really big. You can have lions, you can have flames in the fire, you can have a billion workout people. You can make it really big. But I also was really careful to make this so you could make it really small. So you can do this musical with as few as 8 people. You would have Danny and the 3 Shacks, because we need Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. There's 4, and then you could have somebody play King Neb and King Darius. Helga is the workout person who can play lots of different roles. And who am I forgetting? That actually might be it. Is that it? And then the Shekels. So I have 4 Shekels in here: Babs, Bet, Bernadette, and Bibi. You can combine those into 2. I mean, I guess you could combine them into 1, but then that's a really big narrator role. So that would be 8 people that you can do that with. Another thing I want to talk about is, for those of you that are really scared that it looks like, oh my gosh, this musical has only boys in it, I don't want you to be scared of that. I know all of us struggle with having less boys in our choir than girls, and that's something that I am always endeavoring to change by making our musicals very boy-friendly. And this musical is extremely boy-friendly if you bill it right. So you want to advertise this as a sports musical, a weight room, athletic, working out musical. And this really worked with my choir. Boys, I need boys that can do push-ups and sit-ups and that know a lot about working out, about sports, and that will really get the boys just even in your choir, not the ones with lines, that gets them really excited. So definitely kind of hype it up as that, and maybe you'll get some more boys. But I took careful pains to make this a band that is going to act out in a show. So we're not in Bible times, we're not really portraying Daniel and the Lion's Den. This is a band called Danny and the Shacks. So it can easily be Danny, who's a boy, and 3 Shacks that are girls playing the drums and the guitar and the bass. Or it could be Danny, D-A-N-N-I, a girl with an all-girl band. You can mix it up. And then they would enter the scene. When we're telling the story, you become Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But you still, when they come out of it in different songs, they're playing in the band, they are still girls and boys. So we don't want to be too scared, because obviously the Bible has stories of all of these wonderful male Bible stories. We can't be scared away from doing that because it's the Bible, and these are stories that we need to tell. So hopefully in this way, by making it a band and making it, not the real telling of it, not in Bible times, that's a way that you can get around it and cast a lot of girls. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change King Neb to Queen Neb. Still make it the real story, King Nebuchadnezzar. But you can easily have a girl actress come in, and I am King Neb. Easy, no big deal. So let's see, what else did I want to say? Okay, I wanted to talk about the Shekels. The Shekels are 4 narrators that sing and narrate the story. They talk and they sing. The first thing I did is I made 4 of them just to kind of spread it out. You can easily combine it into 2. You could probably do 8. You can split them all up. But I also wanted to make sure that not all of them had solos, because some of you have actresses in your choir that just can't sing. So I didn't want those girls that are great actresses not to be able to try out because they can't sing a solo. So there are 2 Shekels, Babs and Bibi, that sing solos. And then there are it's Babs and Bet. And then Bibi and Bernadette are non-solo Shekels. That's just how I did it. You can do it however you want, but I did that so you could cast some that sing and some that don't. Now, if you don't have soloists, girl soloists that can carry that can sing, I don't want you to be scared of that either. I meant to put in the book optional choir. You can have the choir actually narrate these lines that Babs and Bet sing at the beginning of the show to talk about the story. Just make that your choir. Your choir will have so much fun telling the story of Danny and the Shacks if you have them sing every single shekel narrator line. And if they listen to the CD, they'll know it and want to sing it anyways, as happened with my choir. So don't be afraid like, oh my gosh, I don't have any girl soloists. Just have the choir do it, because it can be really powerful when your choir is narrating the story of Danny and the Shacks. So feel free to do whatever you want with the shekels. Have 4, have 2. And in putting the shekels there, I made it so that they can enter every scene and become the characters, which is what enables you to do it so small. So the shekels can come in and become Helga. They can come in and become the characters in the scene, the lion, all those things, at least one of them or two, the characters that are in the workout, the Babylonians that are working out and competing in the Babylonian challenge against the Israelites. So those, they can just be narrators, or you could use them. If you have a very small choir, if you have 15 kids or 12 kids, you can use those shekels to narrate, and then they put on a hat and they come into the scene. So you really can make that as small or as big as you want. Is there anything else I wanted to say? I think that's it. So I'm excited about this musical. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions about how to make this work. It's such a powerful example. All of these stories about how God takes care of his people in the fire, in the furnace, in the den, no matter what you're going through, God is taking care of you if you're following him. I'm just so excited about it. So my email is csemsen@gmail.com. You can order any of these things through wordchoralclub.com, and feel free to ask me any questions. I can't wait to show this to you and talk more about it.